The gangland execution of Paul Jex, shot dead on a back street in San Pedro, is the kind of poetic justice that no one wishes for, not even upon their worst enemy. He became infamous in May 2010 after being charged for the murder of 30-year-old Aubrey Lopez, a secondary school teacher and son of former Belmopan Mayor Simeon Lopez.
If I believe that justice did not take its course here, physically, I know that it will be served someday. Justice will be served someday. Not by me, not by my family, but by a higher power. My and my family's only concern was to get the truth and the whole truth. As far as we now know, we will never know who killed Aubrey and why.
Despite being acquitted of that charge almost 4 years later, Jex had already made his name as a known affiliate of one of the most feared criminal organizations in the country. In fact, he was believed to have been involved in several high-profile crimes, including another murder on Ambergris Key, but was never convicted. Since then, he has been back and forth between Belize City and San Pedro. On Tuesday evening, fate caught up with him in a most cruel encounter.
It was about 5:20, I would say, when I was coming out of my yard, going to do some exercise, when I saw, actually I heard the shots before coming out of the gate. So I told my sister, this is not pop shot, this is gunshot. And we counted it, it was 5. So I came out, and when I went on the street, which was right in front of my gate, there I saw this guy laying down on the street in a pool of blood.
Jex had been fatally shot in the head. Another person who was in his company was also injured. The first responder to the scene of the deadly shooting did not observe anyone else in the immediate vicinity. However, she learned from others that a second victim had taken off on foot in the direction of Swan Street.
No, I didn't see anyone else, but I do understand that whenever the people were gathering, they were saying that the guy went running through town, and right by after the shop Savon, I would say that he collapsed, and someone took him to the polyclinic. So I didn't see the other guy that got shot.
He has since been identified as Dion Neal. This morning, the Belize Police Department convened a press brief to discuss this and other overnight incidents across the country.
Sometime after 5 p.m., San Pedro police responded to a shooting incident in the San Pedrito area, San Pedro, where upon arrival they visited Crocodile Street, where they saw the motionless body of a male person who was later identified as Gmail Paul Jex, an unemployed laborer of San Mateo area, San Pedro. Also, upon making checks at the San Pedro Polyclinic, police also found another male person suffering from apparent gunshot wound to the body. This person was learned to be Dion Neal, a security guard of Kikaka village. So far, the information that the police has gathered is that both male persons were walking on Crocodile Street when they were approached by 2 persons, 2 of them armed with firearms, who set chase after them and fired several shots at their direction, causing the fatal death of Mr. Paul Jex and injuring Mr. Neal.
Following the deadly spray of bullets, the attackers reportedly fled by boat from the nearby lagoon.
The San Pedro investigation has led to the detention of 3 male persons, and also police are looking for 2 more that they believe that can assist us in that investigation.
What happens, the police are not realizing they have a lagoon right next to us, and that's where that boat stopped yesterday. That's where those guys came out and shoot this guy and went running back through that lagoon and got in the boat and went off. That's what people are saying that saw the move.
According to investigators, it is believed that the murder of Jex may have been the result of a brewing rivalry among gangs in San Pedro. He had just left the magistrate's court moments earlier and was walking along with Neal, who was also before the court following a charge of damage to property in Keycocker. Elements of the police force have since been deployed to San Pedro in the event of any reprisals. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.